TV Africa, your first in housing news.
Welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you live from our studio in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Flora Ani. Our top stories. Nigerian Governors Forum backs call for administration and financial autonomy of local government councils. Stakeholders oppose amendment aimed to punish erring contractors. EFCC makes single largest asset recovery since inception. On the foreign scene, dozens killed in crowd crush at Guinness soccer match. We begin with the Senate. The Nigerian Governors Forum on Monday backed the call for the administrative and financial autonomy of local government councils in the country. Chairman of the forum and Governor of Kwara State, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, gave the assurance at the National Dialogue on Local Government and Constitution Amendment organized by the House Committee on the Review of the Constitution in collaboration with the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center. The chairman of the forum, who was represented by the Director of Legal Services of the forum, Chijoke Chukwu, said the majority of the states have duly elected local government councils in place, hence reflecting a strengthening commitment to democracy at the grassroots level. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, represented by the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, criticized the conduct of local government elections in the country, which he says is disgraceful and must be addressed.
While we celebrate these advancements, we must also acknowledge that the need for comprehensive reform has never been more urgent, as some of the nagging issues still persist. Constitutional reforms are essential to address these challenges, and so, in a comprehensive manner. We must advocate for greater financial autonomy for local governments by ensuring that they receive adequate funding directly from federal allocations without excessive state control. Yeah, you can clap. Yeah. We are disciples of democracy, so principles of democracy that will advance our democracy, a step towards that direction needs an applause, and this is one of such. Additionally, we should explore mechanisms and empower local governments with more decision-making authority over their affairs.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dr. Tajuddin Abbas, has stressed the need to equip the teeming youth population of unemployed youths with skills in various fields of endeavors. The Speaker said this during a public hearing on Monday at the National Assembly complex in Abuja on a bill aimed at establishing the Institute of Leadership, Entrepreneurship and Corporate Governance in the country. He says the proposed institute will yield significant results for Nigerians' peace, prosperity and stability. Another bill listed for consideration is also a bill establishing the Chartered Institute of Business Educators of Nigeria that will be charged with the responsibility of advancing the study, training, and practice of business educators of Nigeria. Both bills were debated on their proponents.
This bill and this body will bridge the skill gap between our graduates. What they have, majority of them now, is certificates, but this organization will give them certificates. Certificate. Yes. What they have is certificates. They don't have the certificate in the market, in the labor market. And we need certificates where they can do exactly what is taught them.
This bill, if it's established, will capture those who could not proceed to secondary, to junior, after secondary, after junior secondary school, who could not proceed to senior secondary school, and they are called dropouts. And those who finish secondary SSS and could not proceed to the universities, they are called dropouts. Again, those of us who are educated, we are only carrying certificates. That's why it is very difficult to get a job in this country. In the other climes, you don't count on your certificates. You count on the skills you learn after you graduate.
In his opening remark, the chairman of committee, Honorable Ahmed Munir, states that the bills were in line with the legislative agenda of the 10th House of Representatives, which seeks to positively impact on the lives of Nigerians.
This is a bill that is going to capture people at a young age, mostly people that are not necessarily, it's not a crime to be, not everybody must go to university. There are certain roles that they have to play that is very important in the society through certain works that will be captured in these trainings. So, but it means that there are young teenagers that are going to be captured at a young age. And they're going to be taught a craft. A craft probably most likely producing one item or the other, be it whether it is digital, whether it is furnishing, whatever the case may be, they're going to be in production.
The bill, if passed and assented to by the President, will improve the lives of Nigerians, particularly the lives of the teeming youth who are the future of the country. A coalition of smallholder farmers in Nigeria has called on the federal government to promote women-friendly agricultural policies that will encourage women farmers to excel in agriculture. The call was made in Abuja Monday when the coalition of over 500,000 women farmers, associations and groups across the 36 states and the FCT gathered at a press conference to reel out their demands from the government. These demands also include access to farmland, physical and psychological harm, economic disempowerment, loss of agency and leadership opportunities, and interruption of farming activities.
Many women farmers experience physical violence, sexual harassment, and emotional abuse, often within their homes, communities, or workplace. This leads to diminished mental health, reduced productivity, and in severe cases, abandonment of farming altogether. GBV limits women's access to resources such as land, credits, and inputs. It restricts their ability to participate in training programs or access markets, further entrenching poverty and inequality.
Tracking gender-based violence is not just a normal imperative. It is essential for achieving food security, economic growth, sustainable development. By enforcing smallholder women farmers and protecting them from gender-based violence, we can unlock their full potential and build stronger, more resilient community.
The association also called on all stakeholders, the civil society, the private sector, and individuals to join in the fight to create a future where women farmers thrive in agriculture and are free from fear and violence. Stakeholders in the public procurement sector of the country have opposed a proposed amendment to the Public Procurement Act, which seeks to punish contractors for unnecessarily delay in completion or abandonment of projects awarded to them. The Director General of the Bureau for Public Procurement, Dr. Adebowale Adedokan, and the immediate Director General of the agency, Emeka Eze, in their presentation, informed the House Committee that amending the law to punish contractors is unnecessary as such provisions are always contained in the contract.
The Bureau therefore recommends that the committee should rather help in the proper implementation and enforcement of the existing laws by ensuring that funds for contracts awarded should be provided as and when due. This is because the solution the amendment intends to provide is not a matter of law, but rather of implementation. As a procuring entity who fails to release funds to a contractor for timely completion of a project will be guilty of the contractor's delay in completion of that project. In view of the above, the Bureau respectfully requests this committee to reconsider the amendment and seek for Parliament's support for proper implementation of the provisions of the Act to ensure efficiency in procurement processes in Nigeria and in contract implementation.
Chairman of the House Committee on Public Procurement, Oyime Idem, says one mischief that has plagued the public procurement space in the country is the practice of contract delay and projections without the fear of